Motherfucker.
Hold on, I hope y'all watching this shit.
First round, real quick.
People that are in those training rooms with him know how good.
Because he just knocks dudes out real quick in the first round.
Yeah, but now we're gonna get a good. I might fuck with this guy. He just, to me, I thought he was a con artist, just based off his look.
They're at edge.
Holy shit! What the hell just happened?
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Friday, January 21st, 2022. We got a big show planned today. We're going to talk the NFL divisional round playoffs. We got 2 games Saturday, 2 games on Sunday. We'll also talk UFC 270. We'll go through all the fights on. We'll go through all the fights that are going to be on UFC 270. Break those down, and I'll give you guys my picks on those, and then I'll give you my picks on the NFL, and then after that, we'll probably get to the NBA. All right, let's get started right here. First game, or actually, before we get started, don't forget we're live Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Come join us. We're giving out winners. I was 4-2 yesterday on the picks that I gave out. So we had another winning day yesterday. So come join us. We're giving out winners. We're also live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern with Gonzo Sports Room, our sports talk show. We talk about the hottest topics in sports. We'll be live tonight at 7. So come join us for that. You can find Easy Money, a sports betting show, and GSR Gonzo Sports Room in podcast form on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcasts, most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Also, we have a pro wrestling podcast. It's a weekly podcast. Actually, it's a podcast / YouTube show. A new episode drops every Sunday at 9 a.m. You can find the first 2 episodes right now on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find it. You can also find the video version on YouTube of the first 2 episodes of the GWR on the YouTube. You can watch them 2 episodes there, but it'll drop Sunday at 9 a.m. on the podcast network and on YouTube. It'll be episode 3. We'll actually be recording that later today, so make sure you tune in for that. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room. That's where we post all the information about all of our shows. Our daily picks from Easy Money, a sports betting show, get posted on our social media accounts. Any interview announcements get posted on our social media accounts. Any show announcement goes on our social media. So follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room. We are today at 4 p.m. Eastern. We have a special edition of GWR Live. We're going to air a great conversation I had with the promoter of Thunderer Blunder 2. He's also a ring announcer. He's also a manager. The one and only Walter Buckley will be joining us today at 4 p.m. Eastern. Or actually, he joined me last night, and it'll be airing today at 4 p.m. Eastern. So be on the lookout for that. It's a great conversation. You don't want to miss it. Next Wednesday, we got a big interview at 5 p.m. Eastern time as the ladies' man Mike King, owner of DCCW. He's also a wrestler. He's going to come in and talk about their 4-year anniversary show on February 19th, where the one and only the WWE Hall of Famers, the Rock and Roll Express, will be in attendance and will be wrestling. They'll be wrestling for the DCCW Tag Team titles when they were against the Highlight Reel. You don't want to miss this show. Going to be a great show. If you need tickets, you can get a hold of me. Go to Delaware County Championship Wrestling on Facebook. You can contact anybody there. I'll get the flyer posted that has all the ticket outlets on it. It'll be posted on our social media, so you don't want to miss that. But all right, let's get into some sports. Got the Cincinnati Bengals. We'll talk football first. The Cincinnati Bengals at the Tennessee Titans. This game is tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. The Titans are 3.5-point favorites in this game. The 3.5 point favorites. They're minus 190 on the money line. The Bengals are plus 160 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 47.5. I like the Bengals in this game. I know they got Derrick Henry back, but how effective is Derrick Henry going to be back? Be missing what, 3.5 months? You come back, your body has to get used to taking those hits and stuff. Yes, I know he's a big dude, and I know he runs people the fuck over. He does it a lot. I understand that, but how many carries is he realistically going to be able to take safely where you're not risking injuring him? And it was his foot, wasn't it? So how many cuts is he going to be able to make on that foot? Is it going to hold up? And not just that. Like I said, he's not in football shape. I'm sure he has worked out, and I'm sure he's in great condition. But there's a difference between being in great condition in the weight room and being in great condition on the football field, just like any other sport. I wrestled in high school. It was different. You could go to practice, work your ass off, or you can run. I'd run 3 or 4 miles a day. But then we get in a wrestling and wrestle live. That's how you got in wrestling shape, was by doing it. Same thing with football. You get in that football shape for your body to build up that like armor it builds up from taking those hits all the time. He ain't going to have that. He's going right from being off for 3.5 months right into a playoff game. But the main reason I'm taking the Bengals is I trust Joe Burrow more than I trust Ryan Tannehill. And I don't trust the Titans' safeties and cornerbacks. I think Jamar Chase and Higgins and them are going to give them a lot of trouble. I like the Bengals here at the plus 160 on the money line. I mean, you could take them at the plus 3.5 as well. That way, if they do lose, because if they do lose, I think it'll be a close game. But I think the Bengals are going to win this game. And I like the over the 47.5 in this game as well. But I like the Bengals at the plus plus 160 on the money line. All right. Next game we have on Saturday, the other playoff game, is the San Francisco 49ers at the Green Bay Packers. Packers are 5.5 point favorites. They're minus 245 on the money line. The 49ers are plus 200 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 47.5. I like the Packers in this game. Aaron Rodgers, he's just been playing at a high level, and I see that continuing. I know that they've lost their last 3 playoff games against the 49ers. 49ers embarrassed them a couple years ago. I understand all that. This is a different team. They have a better defense this year than they had in those years. Yes, I know they're good against the pass, and they rank like 30th against the run. Hell, the Colts ranked like 30th against the run the year they went on their Super Bowl run. And in the playoffs, they stopped all the top running backs, so it can be done. I think the 49ers, the Packers are the better team. And I trust Aaron Rodgers more than I trust Jimmy G. So I'm going to go with the Packers at the minus 5.5. I think that's I like the I think I like the under in that game because it's going to be real cold. So we'll see how that goes as well, because they're thinking it's going to be like -8, -9. So it's going to be a cold one there in Green Bay. Then let's move on to the Sunday games in the NFL. Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, you have the Los Angeles Rams at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs are 3-point favorites. They're minus 154 on the money line. The Rams are plus 130 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 48.5. I like the Rams in this game. I think the Rams defense, I think Aaron Donald and Von Miller are going to cause Tom Brady a lot of trouble to be able to get pressure on him. Tom Brady doesn't do good when you get pressure up the middle. Aaron Donald will be able to get that pressure up the middle, and Von Miller will be able to come on the outside and help clean it up. The Rams beat the Bucs by 10 points last time they played, and the Rams didn't have Von Miller then. They didn't have Odell then. So it's totally different. They're not the same team they were. I think that was week 3 in the season, which the Bucs aren't either. But with the Bucs injuries on receivers, with no Godwin, I know they still have Evans, but you don't have Godwin or Brown, which were favorites of Tom Brady. I think that's going to hurt the Bucs. I like the Rams here at the plus 130 on the money line, and I like the over the 48. All right, the next game Sunday night. You have the Buffalo Bills at the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are 1.5 point favorites at home. They're minus 130 on the money line. The Bills are plus 110 on the money line. Over under for this game's at 53.5. I think the Bills are going to win this game outright. I think they're back in their rhythm. They've been a little inconsistent this season. But here, as of late, Josh Allen has been throwing dimes. He's been balling. I think that continues. Buffalo has a tough defense. They beat the Chiefs earlier in the year, so they have the confidence of that they can do it. So I like the Buffalo Bills here. I think Josh Allen's going to have a big game. I like the Bills at the plus 110 on the money line. So I'm only taking one favorite. Everybody else I've took has been the underdog in the NFL for this weekend. But yeah, so I like in the NFL. I like the Bengals, the Packers, the Rams, and the Bills. But all right, let's move over to let's talk UFC 270. Let me get to it real quick. UFC 270. While we're getting this, please go hit that subscribe button. Also hit that bell so you get notifications of when we're live. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitch, please hit the like and follow buttons as well. We'd greatly appreciate it. All right, we'll get ready to talk about UFC 270. That's what we're getting ready to talk about. All right, and we're going to start with the prelims. You got Silvana Gomez Juarez against Vanessa Demopoulos. All right, excuse me. Okay, Demopoulos is a minus 146 favorite. Gomez Juarez is a plus 124 underdog. Gomez is 10-3, 0-1 in the UFC. Doesn't have great striking. Weak takedown defense. She lost her last fight by submission. Demopoulos is 6-4 overall, 0-2 in the UFC. She has decent striking. Doesn't have strong grappling. She lost her last fight by unanimous decision. So neither one of these fighters are coming in with a whole lot of momentum. But I like Demopoulos. I think she's the better striker in this fight. I like Demopoulos at the minus 146. All right, next fight. Is Genaro Valdez versus Matt Frivola. Frivola is a minus 196 favorite. Valdez is a plus 164 underdog. Valdez is 10-0. This is his UFC debut. He has great grappling, decent striking. This is a lightweight fight. Frivola is 8-3-1, 3-3-1 in UFC. Has decent grappling, lost last fight by TKO, and has a takedown defense of 40%. I like the underdog, Genaro Valdez, in this fight. I think Valdez is going to be able to get him on the ground and be able to do ground and pound. And Frivola doesn't have a real strong chin, so I'm going with the underdog, Genaro Valdez, at the plus 164 on the money line. Next fight, we have Jasmine Jasudavicius against Kay Hansen. Jasmine is 6-1, This is her UFC debut. Has not been taken down. Average 4 takedowns per every 15 minutes. Her takedown accuracy is 57%. Hansen is 7-4, 1-1 in UFC. She has decent grappling. She averages just under 3 takedowns per 15 minutes and averages almost 2 submission attempts per 15 minutes. She lost her last fight to Corey McKenna by unanimous decision, and she has 100% takedown defense. I like Hansen in this fight. The minus 245 on the money line is a little expensive. Let me see what kind of prop bet we can get over here. See if we can get let's see what the double chance is for this. All right. If you like the favorite, you can get Jasmine to win by submission or on points for minus 270. You can get Hansen to win by KO, TKO, or submission for plus 260. Kay Hansen by KO or TKO on point or on points is minus 135. And then Hansen by submission or on points is minus 210. So I would probably take this on Hansen by KO or TKO or on points. You can get that at minus 135 on FanDuel. All right, let me go back. So, yeah, I lean toward Hansen. I would take the double chance to fight the end by a knockout or a decision. All right, next fight. Simon Oliveira against Tony Gravely. Gravely is a minus 250 favorite. Oliveira is a plus 205 underdog. This is a bantamweight fight. Gravely has been submitted 5 of his 7 losses. Gravely is 21-7, 3-2 in the UFC. Has decent striking. Takedown defense of 50%. Lost last fight by knockout or TKO. Does have elite grappling. Averages 6 takedowns per 15 minutes. Oliveira is 18-3, UFC debut. Has 11 wins by submission. Never been finished. Decent striking. Takedown defense is 100%. I'm going with the underdog Oliveira in this fight. I know it's his UFC debut, but I think Oliveira is going to take care of Gravely. And that's a plus 205 underdog. Next fight, we got Jack Della Maddalena against Pete Rodriguez. Maddalena is minus 350 on the minus 350 on the money line. Pete Rodriguez is a plus 280 underdog. Maddalena is 10-2. This is UFC debut. Good striking. Won last fight by unanimous decision. Has a takedown defense of 75%. Rodriguez is 4-0. This is his UFC debut. He has four wins by knockout and 4 wins by 4 first-round finishes. So I know it's his UFC debut, but Rodriguez comes in this fight with momentum. Maddalena's had a lot of experience. He has decent striking. I think this fight's going to stay on their feet. I lean toward Rodriguez to pull out the upset here at the plus 280 on the money line. All right. Get ready to move on to the next one. All right, next fight we have Raoni Barcelos against Victor Henry. Barcelos is a minus 550 favorite. Henry is a plus 410 underdog. Barcelos is 16-2, 5-1 in the UFC. Has solid striking and grappling. Lost last fight by majority decision and has a 92% takedown defense. Henry is 21-5. This is his UFC debut. Never been finished. Has 6 wins by knockout or TKO, 8 wins by decision, and 7 wins by decision. or 8 wins by submission, 7 wins by decision. Excuse me. I think this is going to be a real close fight. I lean toward the underdog here in Henry. I think there's good value at plus 410 with the grappling, and I think Henry's going to be able to get this fight to the ground. So I like Victor Henry at the plus 410. Then you have Michael Morales against Trevin Giles. Morales is a minus 118 favorite. Giles is a plus 100 underdog. So this is a real close fight, almost a pick 'em. Morales is 12-0. This is his UFC debut. He has okay striking, but he has elite grappling and 100% takedown defense, and he won his last fight by unanimous decision. Giles is 14-3, 5-3 in the UFC, has decent striking, lost last fight by TKO or knockout, decent grappling, has a 75% takedown defense. I like Morales in this fight at the minus 118 money line. Next fight we have is the first fight of the main card. It is Cody Stamann against Said Nurmagomedov. He's minus 198 favorite. Stamann's a plus 166 underdog. Stamann is 19-4-1, 5-3-1 in the UFC. Decent striking, 75% takedown defense. Lost to Divashili by unanimous decision. Has solid grappling and 3 losses by decision. Nurmagomedov is 14-2. He's 3-1 in the UFC. He has good striking, decent grappling, good takedown defense. Won his last fight over Mark Striegel. He has 7 wins by submission. I like the favorite, Said Nurmagomedov at the minus 198 on the money line. I think his submission game is going to be the difference. I think he's going to be able to get him. Both these guys are good at grappling, but I think Nurmagomedov also has the advantage on his feet. So I'm going with the minus 198 on the money line. Oh, Nora 8, thank you. All right, next fight we have is Michael Pereira against Andrew Fallow. Here it is. Pereira is a minus 295 favorite. Fallow's a plus 240 underdog. Pereira is 26-11, 4-2 in the UFC. Has solid striking, solid grappling. Won the last fight by unanimous decision. 100% takedown defense. She's won 17 of her 26 fights by finish. And she has 10 knockouts or TKOs and 7 submissions. Fallow is 14-3 in the UFC, or 14-3 overall. This is a UFC debut. 11 wins by knockout, and two of his 3 losses have been by KO or knockout. I like Pereira in this fight, but the minus 295 is a little expensive. So I would lean more toward it on this fight to inside the distance. I don't think this fight is going to go the distance at all. So I'll take this fight to go inside the distance. But I like Pereira winning. All right. Why is it not showing me some of the fights here? All right, talked about that. Just give me 1 second. For some reason, it's not showing me all the... Okay, maybe it did. I guess it did. It's just me messing up. Okay, next fight is Brandon Moreno against Davison Figueiredo. Marino is a minus 178 favorite. Figueroa is a plus 150 underdog. This is the rubber match. Figueroa beat him the first time, and then and Marino took the fight on short notice. This time, or the next time, Marino had a full camp, and he pretty much, he dominated that fight. Marino is 19-5-2, 7-2-2 in the UFC. Has decent striking, good grappling. Like I said, beat Figueroa by submission back in June of 2021. Has 14 finishes in his career, so 14 of his 19 wins have been by finish. Figueroa is 22-1, 9-2-1 in UFC. Has decent striking, solid grappling. 8 of 12 UFC fights have ended inside the distance. I like Figueroa to win this fight and get that title back. And I think he's going to win this rubber match. I think he's going to be better prepared. I think he overlooked Marino in that last fight because the way the first fight went, I think Figueroa will be more focused now. Sometimes it takes getting your ass beat to get refocused and start getting training and wanting it like you used to. Sometimes you get success and you can get complacent. So I like Figueroa in this fight because I think that's what happened. He got a little complacent going in that second fight against Moreno. I like Figueroa to win, but my favorite bet on this fight would be for the fight to end inside the distance. And then in the main event, we have Francis Ngannou against Cyril Gane. Gane's a minus 144 favorite, plus 122 on the money line, or plus 122 underdog for Ngannou. Ngannou is 16-3, 11-2 in the UFC. Good striking, weak grappling. Beat Miocic last fight to win the title. And he has a 75 or 72% takedown defense rate. Gane is 10-0, 7-0 in the UFC. Good striking, weak grappling. Beat Miocic last fight to win. 10-0, 7-0 UFC. Good striking, weak grappling. Beat Derek Lewis last fight. And has 100% takedown defense. I think Gane is just going to be too athletic. Is the better striker, and I think Gane is going to win this fight. I'll take Gane at the minus 144 on the money line. I just think Gane is better at any position this fight goes to. And if Ngannou gets on his back or gets taken down, he has trouble getting up. So I think Gane wins this fight and becomes the new UFC heavyweight champion. All right, that's all of UFC 270. We went through the prelims and the main card. But before we get out, or before I give you guys my picks of the day for the NFL games for tomorrow, let's take a look at some NBA real quick. See what we got in the NBA tonight. All right, in the NBA, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder at the Charlotte Hornets. The Hornets are 9-point favorites. They're minus 400 on the money line. The Thunder is plus 315 on the money line. Over-under for this game would be 223.5. Yeah, I'm ready to see a Adesanya fight again too, Nora. I like the Hornets in this game. 9 points is a lot in the NBA. I don't like giving up that many points in the NBA. I lean toward more the under the 223.5. You have the Lakers at the Magic. The Lakers are 5-point favorites on the road. They're minus 210 on the money line. The Magic are plus 176 on the money line. Magic are not a good team at all. I know the Lakers have been struggling some. They lost to the Pacers the other on, I think Wednesday, and then Pacers won again last night. But I like I lean toward the Lakers at -5 for that game. Clippers at the Sixers. The Sixers are 8.5-point favorites at home. They're minus 360 on the money line. The Clippers are plus 290 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 213. I lean toward the Sixers to win this game. But I really don't like giving up 8.5 points, but I lean toward the over the 213 in that game. Then you have the Miami Heat at the Atlanta Hawks. The Heat or the Hawks are the Hawks are 1.5 point favorites at home, minus 134 on the money line. The Heat are plus 106 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 219. I like the Heat to win this game. I like the Heat at the money line. All right. Next game is the Portland Trail Blazers at the Boston Celtics. The Celtics are 8.5 point favorites at home. They're minus 350 on the money line. Portland is plus 280 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 212. I favor Boston in this game. Portland is really struggling, especially with, now that they don't have Lillard. But 8.5 points is too many to me. I'm looking toward more the under the 212. Raptors and Wizards. The Wizards are 1 point favorites at home. They're minus 116 on the money line. The Raptors are minus 102 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 218.5. The Wizards are. I actually like the Raptors to win this game just because of the Raptors' defense. So I would lean toward the Raptors at the minus 102 on the money line. And I like the under the 218.5 in that game. Then you have the Chicago Bulls at the Milwaukee Bucks. This should be a good game tonight. But the Bulls have some people hurt. I think Levine's still out. The Bucks are 10.5 point favorites at home. Over under for this game is set at 227.5. If I was going to pick it, I'm going to stay away from this game. But if I was going to be on the side in this game, I'd go with the Bulls plus 10.5. Even if the Bulls lose this game, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. Then you have the Nets at the Spurs. The Spurs are 1 point favorites at home. Minus 118 on the money line. Over unders at 233. The Nets are without KD. They will have Irving for this one, so they'll have two of their big three. I like the Nets to win this game. Nets money line. You got the Detroit Pistons at the Utah Jazz. Jazz are 14.5 point favorites. Over under is 217.5. I would lean toward the under the 217.5. Jazz will win the game, but I don't like to give up 14.5. Grizzlies at the Nuggets. Nuggets are 3.5 point favorites at home. I like the Grizzlies here. The Grizzlies are healthy. They've been hot. Ja Morant has been killing it. I would go with the Grizzlies at the plus 138. All right. Next game is the Houston Rockets at the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors are 11 point favorites at home. They are minus 550 on the money line. The Rockets are plus 420 on the money line. Over under for this game set at 228.5. The Warriors are coming off a loss to the Indiana Pacers last night, who didn't have none of their starters at all. But the Rockets are not a good team at all. Golden State wins this game, but I'm not laying 11. I would lean toward the under the 228.5 in this game. All right, that's all the NBA games for today. Let's get to my picks of the day. All right, for the football games this weekend, I like the Bengals money line, the Packers at minus 5.5, Los Angeles Rams money line, the Buffalo Bills money line. I like the tonight in the NBA. I like the Heat money line, the Raptors money line, the Brooklyn Nets money line, and the Memphis Grizzlies money line. So to recap in today's games, NBA tonight, Heat money line, Raptors money line, Nets money line, and the Grizzlies money line. And then in football tomorrow, I like the Bengals and the Bengals money line, Packers minus 5.5. And on Sunday, I like the Rams money line and the Buffalo Bills money line. All right. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Hope you win some money this weekend. I hope everybody wins some money. That's the goal. Went 4-2 yesterday on my picks. Hopefully go 4-0 on my NBA picks tonight and have some good picks for the UFC fights. I'll post my picks for the UFC fights on our social media probably tomorrow morning, but they will be up. I'll get them up. We'll probably be doing a live watch along and commentary tomorrow night. I'll put out a post on our social media tonight to let everybody know what time we'll be live. But that we are planning that for tomorrow. Don't forget, check out Easy Money, a sports betting show, Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern, live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We also have GSR Gonzo Sports Room, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Come join us tonight. We'll talk about the Pacers upsetting the Warriors last night. We'll break down the NFL games, talk about what we think is going to happen this weekend. We'll talk about some of the other topics that are going on. I guess the Washington football team might be changing their name, might have already announced what their name is going to be. So we'll talk about that tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Don't forget, we'll be live at 4 p.m. Eastern as we air the great conversation I had the other day with Thunder or Blunder 2 promoter. He's also a ring announcer and manager, Walter Buckley. We had a great conversation. We're going to air that conversation today at 4 p.m. live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So make sure you come join us for that. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Stay safe. We'll see you guys tonight at 7. Peace.